Hey, welcome back to Rise Above with Simple Healthier Living. Today's video, I'm going to show you some of the things that I did with my hibiscus. But this is not necessarily about hibiscus or how to grow them or what to do with them. Yes, I'm going to make a tea out of them, but what I want to encourage people to do is grow in your yard medicinal plants. A lot of these plants that we grow in the front of our houses or around our landscape really offer us no health benefits. So hibiscus tea is not the only thing that I make. I make lots of different teas for a lot of medicinal purposes. And it's whatever is growing in my herb garden that year. Some years I have successes and some years I do not. That's why some of the things I dry, so I'll have it for a couple of years, and some things I have fresh. So while we talk about the different teas or things that we could put in them, or why we would add different ingredients, depending on how we felt. Let your body be the guide to what you need, and use what you have. We do not need to rush out and buy all of these teas if we have the capabilities of growing a few of the different herbs in our own yards or even flower pots. So let me just show you hibiscus tea, all the different ways you could make it. So I'm going to go ahead and put these fresh petals in here. But why on earth would someone drink hibiscus tea? Why would someone pick the flowers from their landscaping to make a tea out of? Well, first of all, it lowers blood pressure. Second of all, it's a really great liver support. Third of all, it's an antioxidant. So I'm just going to put in some of my fresh leaves. I'll show you how I would put in some of my dried leaves. The reason I dry my leaves is to make certain that I have hibiscus tea all winter long. Most people that's watched this channel knows I take everything I dry in that drying rack, and then I crush it up and I save it for all winter long with my handy little pull string. Now this tea would be perfectly fine to drink just like it is off of the petals as an antioxidant and other health benefits. But let's go ahead and change it up. Maybe I want to add a little bit of ginger. You can, you don't have to. It's whatever you think that your body needs. So why would I add ginger? Well, ginger helps with digestion. So maybe that's the reason I'm adding it. It helps with inflammation, pain, fever, circulation. Who knows why I might be adding it today to my tea. Ginger is one of those things that I cannot grow in my climate. So when I can actually find some good ginger, I will store it. I will cut it in pieces and put it in my freezer, which kind of gets watery that way. But yes, I ferment ginger in case I cannot get my hands on fresh ginger. This is from 2023. So I'm just going to cut up a couple of pieces. How about we just add some vitamin C? So not only is lemon juice high in vitamin C and helps the immune system, it helps us absorb iron that we eat and take in. Oh, probably the number one thing is the whole urinary tract. And we're talking about from kidneys, all those tubes, the bladder, the urethra, everything. It helps keep those clean and clear before we get an infection. So many people have kidney stones. I don't know what all pharmaceuticals they're taking. This didn't used to be normal, But I do know that God created lemons a long time ago, before Big Pharma created pharmaceuticals. So lemon juice. Do I need it in there? No, I'm just giving you some examples. How anything that you grow in flower pots or maybe in your yard, some of the different herbs and spices, rosemary, thyme, mint, peppermint, spearmint, anything you can possibly grow will help your health. And find all the different ways that you can use it. So do I make my tea this way every time? No, I'm just showing you examples. Now, since this is an organic lemon and it's good and scrubbed and washed, I'm going to save it because I can boil this down and use this lemon rind for medicinal purposes. Okay, I'll just add a little bit. That's pretty good. Another thing I might add to any herbal tea, it doesn't have to be hibiscus, any herbal tea, would be a little bit of cinnamon bark, which helps regulate people's blood sugar. Cinnamon has lots of health benefits. So I just picked out a few pieces from this jar, and I'm going to toss them in there. So hibiscus tea is perfectly fine all by itself. Cinnamon, no cinnamon. Lemon for the kidneys, or no lemon. Ginger, another antioxidant. Vitamin C, no vitamin C. You can do whatever you would like. If I was really sick and I thought that I had an infection, along with some sort of urinary tract infection and overall infections, yeah, I'd be adding my honey garlic to it. I just wanted to show that there is no right way or wrong way to make an herbal tea. If you grew it in your yard, it's good enough. So while this is steeping, a little warm out here. So let me show you how simple it is to harvest hibiscus. And I'd wish that I would get around to picking all of them when they're this size. Here's a good example. I just cut off the center, cut off the bottom. There's my petals. Again, if you just want the petals, oh, that one came off nicely. You know what's ironic? Is while my dad was not doing so well the last couple of weeks of his life, this whole entire hibiscus plant stopped blooming. I thought it was done for the season. And then after my father passed away, it was given a second season. Pretty cool. So while I'm here, let's go ahead and just pop off some of these. So I love growing medicinal plants in my yard. So here's the petals that we just harvested, a few of the bulbs. So during the season, I can pick these and make myself some tea. Sometimes I let this completely cool down and use it for iced tea and do other things with it. Y'all know from my other videos, I'll just go take these and put them in my dry rack and let them dry. But my number one goal for drying these is so that I'll have them all winter long. Now I know you've seen this process in some of my other videos on how I dry things naturally with no dehydrator or freeze dryer, but I'll just demonstrate it one more time. Let's go ahead and throw this in there. You know, I love this little thing. If the electricity and the power ever went out, I never have to worry about how I dry my herbs. I always have a method. That looks pretty good. Let's add it to my winter stash. So some people ask, why do you not just store your leaves whole? There's a good explanation for that. Because you can actually fit more in one of these little tea strainers. But sometimes I have family members that come over for coffee that do not drink the 2 cups of coffee that I drink each morning and want to make an herbal tea. They can pick through all my different herbs and mix and match and do whatever they want to. You can fit quite a bit of different herbs in a little container when they're ground up like this. So no, I do not always make my tea this way. But look how pretty this hibiscus tea is. It's already cooled down because I was working outside. I think I'm going to add some ice cubes to it. Or maybe I'll add some of my cucumber ice cubes to it. There is no right way or wrong way to make any herbal tea. It's whatever you like and whatever your body tells you that you need. Love you guys. See you on the next one.